Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're going to be talking about the new Motorola Comfort 75 baby monitor. I'm going to be going over all of its functions, features, and the setup process along with a review so you know exactly how to use it and if this is the right baby monitor for you. Alright guys, before we get started, I do want to let you know that this monitor was sent to me for free to review. It does not change my opinion at all. I have partnered with the company, and if you do like everything I'm about to tell you, there is a discount for you, so you'll get 20% off your purchase. So I'll go ahead and put my discount code on the screen as well as in the description box below with the link to purchase. But let's just get on with some of the features. Alright guys, so straight out of the box, you do get one parent device that comes with a 5-inch display, one camera, and 2 power supplies along with a user's manual. So I actually didn't use the user manual. I kind of just played with it for about 5 minutes. I was able to figure out everything. So it's pretty self-explanatory if you just played around with it, but that user manual is there just in case you need help with some of the button features. And then the 2 power supplies, one is used to charge your parent device. The other one is used for the camera itself. The camera does not work unless it is plugged in, so you do have to keep it plugged in constantly. For the parent device, on your first use, it does take about 16 hours to get a full charge, which I felt was kind of a lot, and then you do get 4 hours of use out of it. So if you are planning to use it overnight while your child is sleeping, the best thing to do is leave it plugged in. It does work while it's still plugged in, so this way it doesn't die on you in the middle of the night. And if you do need to use it right away, I did take this out of the box, plug it in, and the monitor did turn on with it plugged in right away. So even though it does take the 16 hours, you can use this immediately. Also too, the camera did pair to the parent device immediately since they are purchased together out of this box. But if you do have any problems, there is a pairing button on the back of the camera, which we will get to in a second. So let's just go on to the features of the camera. Okay, so this is what the camera looks like. It is not that big. I mean, it's like the size of my hand. All right, so in the front, you're gonna see the screen here. It's all black. In the middle, it's gonna be the actual camera itself. Going over to the side, it's an on-off switch. I found this pointless since it does need to be plugged in constantly. Then it kind of made sense if you happen to be in the room and your parent device is downstairs. You don't want anyone viewing the parent device. You can simply just turn it off without unplugging it. Also in the back, you're going to have your antenna, and then you do have your pairing button here as well. So you can connect up to 4 cameras to one parent device. So if you do get additional cameras, all you have to do is plug in your camera, go on to your parent device. There's a feature on there, and then you would hit the pair button when it gives you the signal to do that. But that is the camera, so let's just go on to where the parent device is and some of the features on there. Okay, so this is the display for the parent device. So again, it's about the size of my hand. This is it compared to the camera, so they're about the same size. This is obviously not like a fit in your pocket type of thing if you have small pockets, but it does have a kickstand, which is nice, so you can go ahead and set it on any type of table or counter so you can view your child. Going to the buttons, the very bottom one is going to be your power button, so you can just hold it down and then you'll see it light up. It'll say Motorola, and that's when it turns on. Very top button is going to be your menu button. Have a nursery option, which gives you the choice of 5 different songs, or the very last one, you can just randomize through the song so it doesn't play the same song on loop. All right, moving over one with a clock, it's gonna be your timer. So if you do want it to shut off after a certain amount of time, you have 2, 4, or 6 hours. All right, so the third option over kind of looks like a laptop screen. That is going to be your timeout screen, which is nice. The screen itself turns off, but the device is still on, so you can still hear sound without the light. So if you do happen to use this throughout the night and keep it plugged in so it doesn't die on you, you do not have to be blinded with that bright light. All right, going over to the next one is magnifying glass, so it does have a little zoom to it. I didn't feel the zoom was that big, but it's nice that it does have some zoom. Next one over is going to be your temperature. So the temperature on here is actually pretty accurate. I haven't had any issues with it, and it does read in either Celsius or Fahrenheit. And then you do have 3 camera options. So the first one with the green plus sign is going to be how you connect extra cameras on there. So again, you do have the option to do 4 cameras. So it would be the one that comes with the parent device and then 3 additional cameras. You would just simply go down to whatever camera you want to connect, press OK, and then once your additional camera is plugged in, you would hit the pairing button on the back of the camera and it should pair with your parent device. If you do want to disconnect it, you would just go over to the camera function with the red minus sign on there, go to whichever camera you want disconnected and press OK. And then the very last one is going to be your viewing. So you can view all 4 separately, or go down to the very bottom where it has the little arrows and it'll kind of just loop through all 4 of the cameras itself. All right guys, but that is the menu display. So going down to the very next button, it kind of has an OK/camera. So So again, this would be your OK button. So when you're going through your menu, you would just simply hit OK when you get to the feature that you'd like. If you are back on to the main screen where there's nothing on there and you select the OK/camera button again, it's going to bring up 4 arrows. That is how you're going to be able to view your device. It does have a pan scan to it, which is super nice, and it goes all the way around, so I have no issues of viewing my entire room. It does also go up and down as well. If it's not low enough, I can go ahead and pan down. It's a digital pan when it comes to the up and down motion, and if it happens to not be going up or down far enough, you can manually move it up and down. You just cannot manually move it left to right. Going over to our next buttons, it's going to be that big square in the middle with the arrows. Again, that's going to be your pan scan as well as your volume button. So if you want to get to the volume, you just simply press the up button at the main screen and you'll see the volume. If you want to adjust the brightness, you would just hit the left or right button and you can adjust the brightness all the way up and again all the way down. The audio on here is actually really good. I have no problems hearing any of the kids when they are in the room away from me. It also has a really good audio when it comes to the two-way talk. I did get samples of the audio, so I will play the audio from the camera now. Alright, and then here is the audio from the parent device. So I just simply played music from my computer in the room that the camera was in, and this is how it picked up, and this is on the loudest volume setting. Alright guys, and the very last buttons are going to be down below. So you're going to see the little microphone on here. If you select up, you simply hit that. You're going to see a yellow microphone in the bottom right hand corner. That means it is available for you to speak and you can go ahead and speak through it. And then again, that brings us to the very bottom feature, which is the power button. So you hold that down and it'll simply power your parent device off. Alright, so one thing I really did not like with my old baby monitor is the fact that if I walked downstairs into our office, the signal would cut out and I could not see my kids. So this one actually has 1,000 feet of range, which is really nice. So it does work throughout my entire home. So I actually wanted to test it outside. So I'm going to take you along with me out into the front yard and we're going to see how far we can walk before the signal goes out. So let's go. Okay, so we are outside. Sorry, there's like yard work going on, of course, when we want to do this, but I do have music playing in the room so we can at least hear what's going on. So we should be able to hear it. So we are just outside the front door and the signal is pretty good. It's like the bars. I don't know if we can see that. Nope. Okay. My husband is my cameraman if you're wondering how I'm doing this. Okay. It actually didn't even make it to the mailbox. So we're in like the middle of my driveway and it's cutting out already. Yeah, the signal's there, but the bars keep like cutting in and out, so. And then I don't know if you can hear, the music is like cutting out too. Okay, so we're at the mailbox. The bars are low, the music is cutting in and out, but I still have like a pretty clear image, so that's not cut out yet. So we're gonna keep walking. So we're able to make it to the neighbor's house and it cuts out right here, so I guess we can go back. Okay, sorry, it was just super loud over there. So I was able to get to my neighbor's house. That's where it cut off at. So at the mailbox, it was fine. While I was walking, the signal was cutting in and out, but the image was still clear. The music was getting a little staticky, but I could still hear it. The image did not cut out itself until I walked to my neighbor's. So I think that's a pretty good range. All right, guys, so I went through the features with you. I went through the setup with you. I went through the range with you, which was really nice that I was able to walk that far. So I have no issues with this baby monitor, but again, I'm not that tech savvy, so I did talk to my husband who loves technology. The one complaint he did have, the 5-inch display, even though it is in color and it does have a night vision display on there, it is in standard definition. He is a high definition type of person, but it was nothing to not make him purchase this item again. It does cause some pixelation since it is in standard definition, and when it gets to the night vision, it does cause more pixelation. I don't have an issue with pixelation. I can still see my kids clearly, but if you're looking for something that's super high definition, this is not going to be the camera for for you. Another thing that may stop you from buying this camera is you cannot view this away from home. So there is no accompanying app to go with it. You have to have the camera plugged in and view it from the parent device itself. It does have a very close, secure connection. So if you are looking for a Wi-Fi device or an away from home viewing baby monitor, this is not going to be the one for you. But this works perfectly for us because we actually don't like the open connection with the Wi-Fi just due to any type of hacking that may occur. I don't want anyone viewing my home. I've heard a ton of horror stories, so having a closed circuit is definitely what we wanted and needed. All right guys, but overall I absolutely love the monitor. I think this is a great budget-friendly monitor for just over $100. I think this would be perfect to put on a baby registry if you have one coming up without feeling guilty of asking people to spend a ton of money on you. But you can get 20% off by using the link in the description box below and my code to go along with it. But let me know in the comments below what you thought of this camera and if you plan on getting it or any features that you need clarification on. I will be happy to answer those for you guys. But as always, I love you and I will see you in my next video.